Hello guys and girls, my name is Levitee. Welcome to a video I have been waiting and itching to make for such a long time. It is finally here. The ABL Season 2 draft was yesterday. Oh, it was very interesting, and I'm just going to say this. This is probably my most favorite team that I've ever drafted in a league, probably ever. This may be my Season 1 ABL team, which I still love to this day, but I'm really liking how this team looks so far. And as you can see, these are my first picks right off the bat. But yeah, if you were watching the stream, then say my Lodic is a GOAT. Yeah. So I'm very limited on time, so I can't edit the way I wanted to do it. I was gonna edit it like the way I did my PWL for draft analysis, but unfortunately I don't have time to do that. So we're just gonna be here on Showdown, showing you my 12 roster. So let's go ahead and get into this right away. I guess I can first show you all the teams quick. So we're on the website right now. If you guys have not checked out the website yet, then make sure you do. Link is always in the description for ABL videos. So we have the California Earth Rings. Lord, he's back and better than ever. Chicago Chestnuts, his team, he's coached by Ginger/Farrier. The Cincinnati Incineroars, which is Trevor's new team. He was the Richmond Spinnerax last season, but he switched up now. The Colorado Agrons, Dejingus, he's in the PSL. They're going against Logans. Nathan is back again. The Manchester Gliscor, he's coached by Sly. He also came from the PSL. The Illinois Shedinjas, this is Pikachu, MC99. The Nazareth Dawn fans, that's x-potatomaster. Richmond Raikus, that's TJ. From the PSL as well. The Rowlets, he's from the PSL as well. He's coached by Mimikyu. The Tokyo High Dragons, coached by Davis Clone. And then we have my team, the Toronto Weaviles. So let's get to the roster now. Let's get into this. So we introduced the system for people who are in the ABL in a previous season. And that's called franchising a Pokemon. If you don't know what that is, basically you get that Pokemon every season as long as you decide to franchise it. So basically that means I get a Pokemon throughout the seasons, for as long as I play, which is pretty dope. So I saw the opportunity for this system and I jumped on it right away because I just had that in my Lodic again. So jumping off the bat right away, we have Grace, the Milotic. She will be joining us for Season 2 of the ABL and maybe other seasons after this. But yeah, I mean, it's self-explanatory what Milotic can do. Insane special wall. It gets the Marvel scale ability, which just makes this thing insanely bulky. You get things like Scald, Toxic, Recover, which is like my usual sets. And then you can run things like Haze, Ice Beam, Iron Head. It gets Light Screen, which is pretty cool. Surf, but yeah, everyone knows what Milotic does. And I'm pumped to see what it can do this season. And then for our captain picks, captain pick is basically, it has to be a Mega, an Ultra Beast, or a Tapu. So I decided to go for Mega. I'm not really a fan of any of the Tapus that much. Ultra Beast, I would have liked to go for some, but there's one particular Mega I really wanted to grab, and that was Mega Venusaur. Mega Venusaur is honestly an insane Mega. And right away you can tell my team is insanely bulky right off the bat with my Lodic Mega Venusaur core. It's definitely going to be insane of how good this is going to be. My team, I'm going to say this, my roster is very defensive. Very, very defensive. But yeah, but Mega Venusaur, one of the top tier Megas in draft format. You get things like Knockoff, Leech Seed, you can Reflect, Seed Bomb, Sleep Powder, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Earthquake. All those shenanigans Mega Venusaur can be offensive or defensive. I mean, it literally can do anything. It has great stats across the board. 80 HP, 100 attack, 123 defense, 122 special attack, 120 special defense, and its speed is 80, which is not bad at all. Mega Venusaur is honestly such a great Mega, and I'm so glad I got to pick this guy up because it's definitely going to be a crucial and important member to the squad, and having a Thick Fat ability makes it even better. But then when we dropped into the OU pick, I'm extremely happy I got to pick this. So in the ABL Season 2, we are allowing Marshadow. That's okay. We also are allowing Tapu Lele. I know most leagues ban lately, but I decided we're going to ban them. And the Manchester Glycors, they picked up Tapu Lele. But as soon as Marshadow was released, I thought to myself, I want this thing in the ABL. I need this thing in the ABL. So that is exactly what I did. Choice Banded Scarf. This thing is going to be insane. Just look at his attack stat. 125 attack, 125 speed. It's incredibly fast. It's incredibly hard. Base 90 HP, base 80 defense, base 90 special attack is 90 special defense. This thing can be bulky too. I mean, it's such a diverse Pokemon. Just look at its move. It gets acrobatics. I didn't even know that. Drain Punch, Calm Mind. I can run this thing special if I wanted to. Fire. It gets all the elemental punches. Look at the Grass Knot, Ice Punch, High Jump Kick. Or that's just regular Jump Kick. Poison Jab. That for fairies. Rock Slide. Flying types. Shadow Claw, Sucker Punch, or Shadow Sneak. So it even gets priority. Spectral Thief. Insane move. Great move to have on this thing. I'll probably definitely have that as my main Ghost type. Stab. It even gets Will-O-Wisp. Not to mention Technician, which boosts the damage of, like, all the elemental punches. I think so, right? How much? Okay, never mind. But it'll boost, like, Shadow Sneak and, like, Pursuit. Shadow Punch. It's going to hit like a truck. I mean, what? This thing is so good. It's definitely going to be killer, and I know just this factor alone that I Marshadow on the squad, it's just that Pokemon alone makes my roster so deadly and terrifying. Just Pokemon alone can rip through teams just by himself. But yeah, I'm extremely happy I picked up Marshadow. Yeah, definitely going to be one of my most favorite Pokemon to use. And then we jumped into the UU tier. I decided to go for more bulk, extreme more bulk. I decided to pick up Cresselia. Cresselia, I really love using Cresselia. It's one of those bulky Pokemon that just kind of stalls you out. You have the ability to run screens, which I love doing. Screens are very underrated in League format, in my opinion, so I might try and do some shenanigans with that. It gets some good recovery with Moonlight right there. It gets Thunder Wave. It gets Moonblast. And there's just so much things. It can set up a Calm Mind. It gets Ice Beam, Lunar Dance if I need to heal up something, and Cresselia has no use anymore. I can just click Lunar Dance. This thing is honestly so good. Shadow Ball, Signal Beam. The one of the big downsides of Cresselia is it's very lacking in the offensive department, but I think just it has the ability to stall out its opponents, so I don't even think you really need that offense, because you could just Toxic Spam them and you're not going to die right away because you're a Cresselia base, 120 HP, 120 defense, and 130 special defense, and its speed is not that bad either with 85. You outspeed most other walls, so I'm extremely happy that I got to pick up Cresselia. I think these three Pokemon alone are, well, they are some of the best defensive Pokemon in the game, and I got to pick them up on one roster, and I have some more extremely bulky Pokemon coming the way. You'll see that pretty soon. But then when we jumped into the RU tier, I decided I needed to pick up Ambipom once more. I just love using Ambipom. You can do so much with it. You run a Banded. I personally love a Silk Scarf set with Fake Out, Double Hit, Power Up Punch, and like Knockoff. It's such a good Pokemon in my opinion. Very underrated. And Technician ability. Oh, it makes a Fake Out, Technician Fake Out boosted Silk Scarf. Ambipom hits like a truck. And I've recently had success using Banded Ambipom with Return and maybe like low sweep or low kick, whatever, maybe Seed Bomb. But yeah, this thing is very unique. Ambipom can be run in multiple sets. It even gets Nasty Plot, so if I want to run some special sets with Ambipom, I could try and do that. It does get Baton Pass. Baton Passing stats is not allowed in the ABL, but I can still just use Baton Pass regularly, which is nice. It gets Foul Play, Hone Claws. You can try and set up. Knockoff is always a great move to have in the format. Try to get at least one Pokemon with Knockoff. See, look, there's some special move options. Thunderbolt, Thunder, U-Turn, Switcheroo. So yeah, there's multiple things Ambipom can do, which is why I love using it. And then when we hop down to the NU tier, I think, yep. I need a fairy type, but there's not a lot of fairy types I really like. Florges is probably my favorite fairy type, but I didn't have it in my picks. I didn't really want it that much, so I was looking through the fairy types, and there wasn't really anything speaking out to me. And then I saw Gramble. I forgot that thing was there. I was like, yo, I kind of want to use Gramble. Gramble has always been a cool Pokemon. I've seen people use it all the time in League format. Trevor used it in Season 1 of the ABL, and I kind of wanted to use it after him, so I'm kind of using it because you inspired me to use it. But this thing could be different, very unique Pokemon. It could be offensive or defensive with decent stats. Just a special defense stat is lacking, but it gets like bulk up so you can try and sweat up, stead up. I don't know if it gets the elemental punches. Yes, it does. That's really nice. I have a lot of Pokemon that can learn the elemental punches. Ambipom can learn some, Marshadow, and Bradley the thing. It has base 120 attack, which is pretty dang good. Base 90 HP. It also gets Thunder Wave, so I can speed control things with that. Just overall, having the Intimidate ability is really nice in League format because you can potentially force Pokemon to switch out because they'll be hindered, they'll be doing less damage. Quick Feet, I can take advantage of Toxic Stall and Will-O-Wisp, which is really nice because it's pretty popular. Its speed, it's pretty much this section of it is pretty poor, but it's definitely workaroundable. But then when we hop into our second part of the draft, we hopped into PU tier, and now I needed a rapid spinner, and I also wanted a Pokemon that could set up rocks. I also didn't have any bug or rock types yet, so I was looking at a few, and I really liked how Armaldo looked here. Like I said, I can set up rocks, I can rapid spin. If it gets Aqua Jet, okay. Rapid spin. It also can learn knockoff, which is really nice. That's another knockoff Pokemon for me. I'm not sure if Marshadow can learn knockoff or not, but potentially 3. But there's a lot of things this thing can do. It could be run defensively or offensively. I'll probably use like a mix set on it, bulky offense. But yeah, I'm really glad I got to pick up Armaldo. I think it's a great pick for the team. I think it fits well. It's a great rapid spinner. And having the ability to knock off plus set up my own rocks is pretty great with this thing. It gets Stone Edge, Swords Dance, Superpower, all them fun shenanigans. So I'm really happy I got to pick this thing up. And then we moved on to the free slots. Well, let's look at Armaldo's stats first. You can see base 125 attacks, pretty good. 100 defense, which is pretty good as well, and special defense, a little bit low, but it's definitely workaroundable. And decent HP. It only lacking in speed, but I probably won't be using it for speed anyway, so there's no point for that. And then after we moved out of the tier picks, we went into free slots. Free slots can be any tier besides Ubers. We did allow some Ubers, like Landorus. Incarnate, we allowed. I don't remember if there's any others. A Marshadow. I think that's it, really. But the first Pokemon I know I wanted to grab was Volcarona. Volcarona is such a good Pokemon, a great setup sweeper. I mean, just look at its stats, 135 special attack, 100 speed. If you get a few Quiver Dances up, you're going to outspeed everything. And Fiery Dance, I think it's a signature move. You get 50% chance to boost its special attack, which that's great. I love using Fiery Dance, Volcarona too, but it also has a lot of other options with Bug Buzz for more stab, Fire Blast, other stab. It gets Hurricane, which is really nice. You can take out types from that. Gets Poison Jab, I didn't know that. It gets Morning Sun, so potentially I can make it a special wall. Its defense is really poor with 65. But yeah, it gets Giga Drain, I'm pretty sure. Does it? Yeah, it does. That's really nice actually for water types. It gets Will-O-Wisp if I want to run a kind of bulkier set. Tailwind, Signal Beam. It gets Roost as well, so it can do a lot of things. So yeah, I'm extremely happy that I got to pick up Volcarona. I'm surprised it did not go earlier, like in the OU picks, but this is a great pickup for me. I wanted a fast fire tick that could set up its sweep, and Volcarona does that great. And now I move on to more bulk. So I wanted more defog, I wanted more hazard clear, and I chose one of the best defoggers in the game, being Skarmory. Skarmory is just such a bulky Pokemon. 140 base defense, mad. Its HP is a little bit lacking, but I mean, its defense makes up for it. 8 special defense is alright, but I mean, if you want to try and run Assault Vest, I guess that could work, but I don't know. But this thing is so bulky. You have the ability to set up Stealth Rocks and Spikes all at once, and then you can defog them away. It also gets good recovery and Roost. Skarmory, one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm really happy I got to pick this up as well. A lot of these free slots I'm really excited to use some of these Pokemon. I picked up a lot of Pokemon I never used before. Like these 3 here, I never used them, and I'm pretty pumped to use them. But I can even phase with Skarmory with Roar and Whirlwind, which is really nice. And just overall, I think Skarmory is an extremely good pickup. I also got Sturdy. In case they have any hard-hitting fire types or electric types, I can just Suicide Stain, get my rocks up, and then just die, because I don't need it anymore. So then we moved on to my third to last pick, and I needed an electric type. It was either this or Thunderous Therian, but I kind of wanted something a little bit more bulky as well, and something that could heal up, and I wanted more Hazard Clear too. I picked up Zapdos. I never used Zapdos before, so I'm kind of excited to use it. It also gets good recovery with Roost. Decent coverage, it gets Drill Peck, Extra Sensory. I don't know why I said Drill Peck. Signal Beam. A lot of things get Signal Beam. It gets Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave, want a speed control, Volt Switch. I think it gets Heat Wave. Yeah, it does. And Air Slash, maybe? No, it doesn't. Hurricane? This isn't really not getting any good flying type stab. I guess not. Wow, that's stupid. Why wouldn't they give this thing Air Slash or Hurricane at least? I mean, if I want to run Air Cutter. Yeah, I'm really excited to use Zapdos. I think it's going to be a great member to the squad. I usually like to go extremely offensive and fast electric types. I mean, Zapdos can do that with a Scarf. Scarf Zapdos, I mean, it can be pretty good. Just look at base 125 special attack. Let's go that. Boom. Then we just go Thunderbolt, Heat Wave. Maybe Hidden Power Flying if you want to go that. But yeah, this Pokemon looks extremely fun to use. This gets greens as well, so there's another screen setter if I want to go that route. But I'm really excited to use Zapdos. And then we moved on to the second last pick, and this one I'm very excited to use this Pokemon. We picked up Kyurem. I wanted the Dragon type, and I also noticed I didn't have any Ice type, so I decided I should probably scoop one of them up. I was looking around. I was tempted to go with Zygarde 10%, but I was kind of like, you know what, Kyurem kind of looks pretty good. I mean, and I've never really looked at its stats or used it before, but I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's pretty good. 125 HP, 130 attack. I can run this thing special or physical, which is pretty cool. Defenses are pretty good too with 90 and speed 95. I can probably run Scarf. Specs will probably hit like a truck on this thing. Even Bandit if I want to go that route. But yeah, I'm extremely excited to use Kyurem. See what I can do for the squad. Gets things like Earth Power, Ice Beam, Outrage, Draco Meteor, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam again, Stone Edge, Zen Headbutt. So there's a lot this thing can do. And I'm really excited to see how this turns out. Does it get any setup? Dragon Dance or anything? No. Nasty Plot? No. Calm Mind? Nope. So unfortunately, I don't think it has any setup options. But I mean, it gets Home Claws. There's that option. But yeah, it gets Roost too. So I do have a lot of recovery on my team, which I really like. I'm really liking the team so far. I mean, if we look at right here, just these 3 alone, there's 3 recovery options. Actually 4 with Morning Sun, Roost, Roost, Roost. So we have a lot of recovery options. And then we have Mega Venusaur with Synthesis, Milotic. That might be it. Cresselia. So I have like 5 Pokemon that can recover. Reliable recovery, which is really nice to have. And then for my final pick, I decided I needed a hardy ground type. Something that hits hard. I was tempted to go Zygarde 10% again, but then I was like, do I really need another dragon type? I already got Kyurem. So I decided to go Diggersby. Diggersby, I never used this Pokemon. I never really looked at it either, but it kind of looked cool. It gets huge power. So its attack is doubled. That puts it at over 100 attack, which is pretty good. I mean, it has decent bulk too. 85 HP, defense 77, special defense 77. It's a little bit on the slower side, but I feel like Choice Band will hit like a truck on this thing. It's a great wall breaker. Have to mind in that. Could probably run Earthquake, Break, Fire Punch. Does it get the elemental punches too? Yes, it does. So there's a lot this thing can do. And I think Grass Knot gets Gunk Shot for the fairy types. Since Tapu Lele's running around, I might want to Gunk Shot that a little bit. It gets knockoffs. That's another knockoff Pokemon. See, this is the first time I'm looking at these stats and the move pool of these Pokemon. And I'm really liking it. It's another U-turner too. I do have a lot of Volt Switch and U-turn options as well, which I also really like to have. It can give me a lot of momentum. But yeah, that is pretty much it for my ABL Season 2 draft. Like I said, I'm really pumped to use this team. I don't really like... I don't really dislike any of the Pokemon here. I like them all equally. There's certainly some I like more than others, but I'm excited to use, like, especially these three. I'm especially excited to use these new ones. I don't know how much usage it'll get. I think that Kyurem and Zapdos will get a lot of showtime, but I don't know about holes. But we'll see. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, we're not sure when week 1 of the ABL will be at. It's either going to be the 30th or it'll be this week. But if it is this week, I'm going to be on vacation again, so I'll have to do a commentation of a replay. And I don't like doing that, especially for the first week of the ABL. And we fight Trevor week 1, so we have a tough one coming at us week 1. And Trevor's team is terrifying. Very, 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 very scary. He franchised Manaphy, and he has Xurkitree as his captain. So there's that. And Manaphy is a Z captain user. By the way, my Z crystal user is, I'm not sure yet. I'm either going to do Volcarona or Marshadow. Marshadow, just the fact that I can do Soul Stealing 7 Strike, and it's so versatile. But Volcarona, Z Fire Blast, it's like a truck, honestly. So, I don't know. I think I'm leaning more Volcarona just because of more options it can have. And a normal type can switch in on a Soul Stealing 7 Strike. Not a lot's going to switch in on this, except your Pokemon with Flash Fire. But hey, so I'll probably end up going Volcarona as my Z captain. But anyway, I think that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys like my ABL draft for this league, then make sure to click the like button down below. But I'm going to get the heck out of here. Hope you guys have a beautiful day.